Qi meets with the Jiangxi Kaifa. Compared to the shady, low-down meeting with Du Yushuang, Xi's meeting with the bankers in Jiangxi Kaifa were a breath of fresh air. Meeting one of the bankers' mansions in Shanghai, Qi and a few of his officers were treated to delicious food served by the bankers' maids and servants. Armed mercenaries stood guard around the building while the bankers arrived. Preliminary discussions were nice and calm, however the attitude changed when the group got to business. League Marshal Qi made his stance clear. For Jiangxi Kaifa to continue to do as much business as they do throughout the League, they must offer Nanjing the resources and the loans to be used, to protect their business interests for them. Of course, the bankers did not react well to this, claiming that they could protect their own financial institutions, and anyway their profits from the League were minor compared to the profits they found in the legation cities. Qi was ready for this line though, as he stated clearly that they should not give these resources to Nanjing. The Green Gang will make sure you never do business in Shanghai ever again. Several of the men were shocked at what they heard. Perhaps Qi had made a mistake. It was an open fact that many of these bankers were also paying off the Green Gang, and most likely have better relations with their leaders than Qi, who's only met Du Yushuang once. As the bankers began to discuss the resources to be sent to Nanjing, though, a wave of relief flowed through Qi. After another couple of hours of discussions, it was decided the loans and the resources would start coming in soon. What a fine businessman Qi is! Supplies from the Jiangxi Kaifa. Finally, we received a large shipment of money and weapons from the Jiangxi Kaifa in Shanghai. 1,000 guns and 100 political power. That's actually huge, considering I was about 1,000 guns short. And also, this isn't enough for war economy, because they're not big enough. That's okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get the aircraft designer before we researched the close air support. That was a mistake. Well, let's get a chief of the army, and I think this is going to be a decisive battle for the division attack. We should eventually get that one too, I think. Alright, new national focus. So we could start now working on the infrastructure and factory stuff. Or we could get the air bases. No, the factories are way more important. Particularly for the way that we've been playing. So Lower Yangtze development. The heart of the 5 provinces and thus Qi's power base lies in the Lower Yangtze region. Developing this area will lead to the greatest of gains for Qi, as he effectively taxes and controls the area directly. Furthermore, it's located in the perfect position, which will surely attract much investment. Begin. Guys, you're not just up in there. Come on. Especially as they're still not guarding their capital, which is very nice of them. Has to be said. Right, and we can build some more stuff now. Couple there. You've suddenly gained enough factory slots to be worth investing in. So is Anqing. Okay. Oh, well, who's getting developed? Huzzah! And this could be before Anqing, frankly. Wenchao is a 3, Minhao is a 5. So Minhao wants to go there. And then Jiamen. What's that? There's a 3 as well. So you 3 are definitely lower priority. Yeah, I think we do want to get a couple of civilian factories. 3 of them would be perfect. And then Wahoo can be military factories as well. That seems like a good set of construction. Okay, carry on. Okay. We'll attack them to stop them getting Changsha. Boom. Hunan Clique is already almost capitulated. And we have another factory, which is going to make me some more guns. And now we definitely need to import aluminium from German East Asia, and some more steel, which we'll get from Germany. The fall of Petrograd, the great Soviet city built by Peter the Great, was captured today. Soviet defenders initially held back the Russian army across the Neva River, but a few days ago those positions finally fell. And now, Wrangel can focus entirely on this. Though they have made it across the Urals. The Russian Republic took 24 states, Soviet Russia have been annexed. That's going to be access to a lot of core manpower and a lot of core factories. And a whole lot less resistance to worry about too. Z++ and Glum Glue, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Oh, did he give up against Transumer? Oh, you're right, he did. In that case, Wrangel's at peace, isn't he? And Japan's even sent him volunteers. Oh, that's funny. Well, Russia survived thanks to Wrangel's immense ability and awesomeness. Question for anyone, what's the learning curve behind this for someone who hasn't touched a game like it for a while? Hearts of Iron is probably one of the easier grand strategies to get into, so it's a good entry point. I would say that of the Paradox games, Stellaris is probably the easiest, but Hearts of Iron is not far behind. And in fact, I do have a introductory game, which you can find over on YouTube as soon as I find a link to it. Give me just a second. If you check out this video series, that should be a pretty good introduction to Heart of Iron, hopefully. Business investments from the legations after working out some deals with Du Yansheng months ago and not seeing any benefit for our money, has some of our administrators worried that we may have been scammed. However, recently the amount of investment from the legation businessmen in Nanjing has increased massively, opening up new factories and boosting production. Excellent. Alright, let's get the... oh no, we wanted to get the battlefield support. Wait, how do I lose... oh no, Changsha was the capital, not Chengde. This might actually be enough to get them to capitulate. Volunteer forces fighting in the German Empire have returned. Right, so that's all of those. Let's bring them back into the field. And now we have a full army of 24. I don't know if I meant to do that or if I just got very, very lucky with the numbers. But I'll take it. The fall of Beijing. After days of high-intensity fighting in the capital suburbs, Fentiang troops finally scaled the walls of the outer city, scattering the defenders and making further defense of the capital all but untenable. With rail lines into and out of the city thoroughly cut, the remaining Qing forces quickly thinned as deserting soldiers melted into the urban population. Not the end of Qing, though. It's just their capital, and it's right on the border, so it's not that surprising it fell. Let's make Zheng Yunyan in charge of this army. And we're definitely going to make you the Imperial Guard. And therefore purple. Seeing as these are the guys with the artillery. The Italy Beginner's Guide is a really fun series. Yeah, I've been getting really good feedback from that, which I'm very happy with. Alright, I would say that we can reduce your vehemence now. Finnish Socialist Workers' Republic has capitulated. The Finnish government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to German East Asia. To German East Asia? That just clocked for me. Interesting. Ha! So while German East Asia is losing to Yunnan, they've been conquering Finland. Trying to get a new homeland, clearly. Are they 20 width or 40 width, my Imperial Guard? I think they're actually less. They are currently 18 width, simply because I have not done this because of weapon shortages, but I think we can probably do it now. AI, what are you doing? I don't know what the AI is doing. I've been very unimpressed by it so far. League of 5 Provinces took 3 states. Hunan and Clique have been annexed. Welcome back to the good guys. Alright then, I'm going to have you line up here with the intention of going against these guys. Rejuvenations, they've gone all the way down here, which is that military factory. I don't know whether they've done the expand the second arsenal. I would assume they probably have. They've clearly not done these. Oh, that's not a... Oh, that is. Factory slots. That's a lot of factories. Sparta of the East. Interesting. But then the other question is, do I care? 4 slots. We're a League of 6 now or 7? I think we're 7. Yeah, this is... No, there are two provinces down here. Guangxi and the other one, which is why they're Lingguang total. So we're now 6. Well, let's do a little bit of training before I decide finally what to do. How's the technology? 14 days on the artillery, then I think I'm going to get decryption so I can see a little bit more information about them. Because while they have so many gaps in their line, this is definitely a time when I'd like to go after them. Because it will make us as a whole much stronger. Guangxi and Guangdong. Ningguang means the 2 Guangs. Aha! That makes a lot of sense. Mashariki Kingdom has capitulated. That's, I think, only the first time. But yeah, the Ottomans are back in business. Oh, that's... Oh no, they can get through here. I was like, how did they do this? There's an impassable right there. But no, that bit's not. So, not great for Switzerland, but still not GG. They still held on to that province, and this is still here, although they have now lost Plymouth. Bristol, but they still have Plymouth. Also, CNT FAI seem to be losing, as do the PSA. This is a remarkably even civil war. I have a feeling that this is going to be going on till the late game. So America's not going to be a very big factor. Guangxi is the western one, Guangdong is the eastern one. Aha. You just got bought some tea. Congratulations! It's a good day. And no, that's true, we have not been attacked by Qing this time. Improved artillery. Good. So let's go ahead and upgrade you to make use of our research group. And then we are going to research decryption, which will hopefully let me see what's going on here. Recon training. So they're there. Yeah, see, there's 2 building slots right there as well. I have no idea if Guangxi has started this stuff. The problem is that there is a lot here to distract them. Quite significantly bigger than Qing now. And that's even without our industrial ones finished. Oh, we get another max factories in state bonus? Hell yeah. Oh, that's another point. All of this is without the 1939 concentrated industry too. Oh! Justify now while they have open spots on the border means they're too weak to fight you. Well, the problem is there's six factory slots available. And factory slots means that there's actually going to be more of them long term. Because those 6 are then modified by all of the bonuses to factory state size. State factory size. Oh, I can't build any of these. Right, because we don't have any naval research yet. Do we really not have any? Oh no, we have some. Oh right, we don't have any modules on them. Which will require naval investment. Which, oh, we just need this. Navy experience plus 25. Okay, so Air and Naval Command has to be next. In the meantime, we'll just continue getting convoys. Until that. Oh yeah, that's true. You can get naval stuff from the decisions. Naval designer. This is the one we need. Okay, never mind. Let's cancel you. Because this is definitely the time to do it. Hire the foreign naval designer. Gets us plus 50 experience. Takes 30 days. And the foreign naval advisor gets us the research bonus. I mean, we may as well do it while we have no ships. And then diverge more resources to the navy. Will give us more dockyard output for how long? Oh, when we have 8 ships. But it will cost us a lot of consumer goods factories. So we want to do that when we're actually ready to build them. Actually, how long? That doesn't take any time to become available. Okay. In that case, while those are researching, we may as well get the convoys. So yeah, we wasted like a day. Yeah, German East Asia is not looking good. But this is not the Indo-Chinese War, so this might get occupied and then it stops. Like, Yunnan will hold this, but they'll still be at war, so they could keep trying to do naval invasions. And at some point, I'll probably come after Yunnan, and at that point I can liberate my buddies. I'll take over Yunnan, they can get East Asia back. Shandong Federal Government. Okay. Just trying to see who my potential enemies are. I know that Shandong tends to be aligned with the Qing. Especially if Zhou Yuan stays in power. And they're at war with Fentiang, and Fentiang is definitely pushing into them. Ah, we can integrate Hunan. We should probably do that. Where's that decision? Here it is. We only need one government, although we have bested threats on the battlefield, a set of campaigns to dismantle the support bases of our rivals. To seize their assets and abrogate their treaty ports will be necessary to ensure our future peace. Our government has reclaimed territories that belong to a future enemy. Establishing local administration is critical to our future success. And this will core it. Yep, definitely want to do that. To run out of the support, but that's okay. Fortification study. I need you to do these! I don't even know if you've got the construction plan done yet. Construction 3. Let's get the 1918 guns, shall we? We have a bit of support to do. Last game managed to get 40 dockyards, so a nice battleship, and then pick the divert resources bonus and build 8 battleships in under a year. Okay, that's quite good. I'm not sure we're going to be quite on those levels. If only because I wouldn't have the resources to build 8 battleships at once. Because that's definitely going to be a limiting factor for us, is the fact we have to import everything. Then again, that's not really any different from how I usually play. Lower Yangshe development, done. So now we don't need to go for the naval development, so we can continue with the Yuanan Arsenal. The Jianan Arsenal is the linchpin of our military industry. As we further develop our general industry, a special effort to expand the arsenal would be prudent, as it would allow us to further ramp up our domestic production of military hardware. That is a lot of stuff being built. That's already been done. Nanjing is now worth... Look, there we go. 19 slots. That's pretty incredible for a non-urban area. Although I guess, yeah, the capital is. Yeah, that is a 91-day focus. That's a while. You can stop training. And we do have sufficient guns again. So I think I'm going to train another 14 divisions. So that we can make this a 24. For other situations when you have a truly mahusive industry focusing on producing relatively fewer categories of war-making equipment. Wait, I think I missed the first part of that. How do you go about deciding on concentrated versus distributed? It seems to me that distributed is almost always better, but I'm still trying to figure out the systems. Ha! I have to say that 99% of that debate is simply personal preference. I don't think there really is a better choice. The determining factor for me personally is whether I can get any efficiency bonuses. If my focus tree has efficiency bonuses, then I think that dispersed is better because it has a higher production efficiency base and retention. Whereas if I don't have any production efficiency bonuses, then I go for straight concentrated. Yes, I know there'll be other factors abridging that, so dispersed might be better for Chinese economies, simply because you're going to be producing like one or two things, or maybe Soviet economies, and all you'll ever... Well, actually, that's not true. No, dispersed is better if you keep switching. Concentrated is better if you don't. Generally, if you keep building the same thing for, I think it's a year and a half, concentrated is better, whereas if you keep switching more frequently than every year and a half, then dispersed. If you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, but honestly, it does not matter that much. The fall of Barcelona. Reports from Barcelona confirm that the Spanish city has been captured by advancing Spanish troops after staged fights across the Serra de Costarola mountain range. Kingdom of Spain is kicking ass and taking names. And soon they will be taking the Carlist name too. Is Japan close to attacking China? I don't... Well, actually, they are. Kind of. Because Fentiang's already attacking China. But remember, Fentiang's not a puppet anymore, so the relationship's a little bit more grimy now. Oh, the Canadians have been pushed back. Well, the Germans are pushing into France. So the damage has been done. But then again, Italy's pushing into Germany. And Portugal is pushing into Italy. What's going on here? Bharati is pushing into the Dominion. Oh, bring Lingguang back into the league. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking that was Hunan. I was like, I just did that, didn't I? And we have Navy experience. So, let's decide on what we want to do. You make a very good point that we could get some more advanced ships faster because of the extremely quick ship production early on. We actually have relatively modern cruisers, although not heavy cruisers. We don't have any kind of battleship or any kind of carrier, and I do not want to invest the resources into researching those. Maybe heavy cruisers? Take 100 days, though.